What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger, and we are back at you again today with another Madden 20 Ultimate Team video. The day is finally here. It took me forever, but officially MUT Master 95 Patrick Tillman coming home. I'm going to complete this last upgrade we need to do. I'm going to show you guys how you can farm getting fumbles if that's the last objective that you need to get from MUT Master. And we're also going to talk about the best chemistries and abilities to put on your MUT Master Patrick Tillman to counter today's meta. So let's get on into it. Here it is. Objective completed, 300 forced fumbles. That was the last one that it took, or the last one I needed to do to get MUT Master, and we get 250k. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know I was getting a coin reward for this, so that's a bonus. That really helps out. We're also going to show you guys my squad once we add him, because we did make a couple pickups this weekend to improve the team. So if you are having trouble or if you need fumbles, this is what I did. Now I don't know how long these MUT Hero MUT Hero Ultimate Challenges are going to be around. So do this as soon as possible, but if you go, I'll kind of back out. If you go to your MUT Heroes Ultimate Challenges, go to Goofing Goons, which is the Matthew Judon solos, and go down to the third one. This is the one that I replayed. This one worked really well for me. You want to make sure you play it on 1 star and just hit play solo. This one really worked well for me because it's on arcade, it's on 1 star. You have, Judon's already in the zone. I actually subbed him out and put Von Miller in to help with the forced fumbles, but I pretty much ran mid-blitz every single time. As soon as one of my defensive ends would get close to the quarterback, I would click on, hit stick the quarterback, and force a fumble. It doesn't happen every time, but quite often. You also want to go to your coaching adjustments and turn aggressive tackling on. And then once you get the fumble, the solo's done, or even once you get a stop. The good thing about this solo is you can just hit replay challenge and it just keeps looping. A lot of people have, played legend solos or theme builder solos on 1 star and played a full game and punted the ball every time to force fumbles. For this one, I personally found it quicker because you didn't have to keep punting the ball and doing all that. You literally get the fumble or get a couple sacks in a row and then hit replay challenge and do it all over again. So that's why it worked for me. Also, with that, you're going to get a ton of quarterback sacks there, which means you're going to be able to get some good objectives as far as, like your MUT progression and MUT dedication objectives. So if we go down over to MUT dedication, and we go to career stats, look at that. Finally got a check mark next to MUT Master. Finally, it's been saying 99% forever. But if you go on over to career stats and go all the way down to sacks, you're going to be able to farm these really easy as well just by doing this solo. So I'm still shortly under 2,000. But if you really, really want to try to get some coins and keep knocking out that solo, again, easy way to get QB sacks there. So that's how I finished up MUT Master. Let's go ahead and put our last collectible in to upgrade him finally to a 95. I've had him at an 89 for way too long. I think we're at 90s right now with Chem on our Pat Tillman, but this is going to be a huge boost, and it's going to be able to change my defense a lot. So we're going to finish up the upgrade, and then I need to kind of rearrange my roster and so forth. But finally, man, finally. Let me know, guys, are you MUT Master? Let me know in the comment section, and if you're not, tell me what objectives or what percentage you got, how much further you got to go. Let me know. So there we go. Let's go ahead and add all of these other weird tokens and things that we've earned over the path of trying to get MUT Master. I didn't really know what all of these went for, but now I can see it's just adding additional things that we don't really need. But hey, it's getting us up to a 95 overall. I wonder why those tokens don't seem to be like disappearing from my binder at all. It just keeps showing that I have 2 of them, unless they're different each time around. I don't know. So all right, there it is, all the way unlocked, 95 overall. So what chemistry should you put on him? In my opinion, for this chemistry, the scheme chem, doesn't really matter. Whatever you are doing on defense, it's up to you. I personally like lockdown because it's going to help with the zone and man coverage, basically coverage stats, but also +2 to tackle can't really help at all. It can't help. I mean, it can't hurt is what I meant to say. So we're going to go lockdown ×3 on this card. One important thing to note, when you hit 95 overall on a card, they now have the physical chem can get a ×2. So I did kind of waste 800 training on having Shaker, but now we can go Shaker times 2. Remember, that's all 95 overall cards. So obviously Tillman is the first one that can get that. But as we start to see these overalls increase as the year goes on, you're going to get more players that are able to do that. And you're going to start being able to get into those tier 3 and tier 4 physical chems. So we got Shaker on Pat Tillman. Let's take a look at the best abilities. What I like to do when putting abilities on a card is I like to go to the tier 3 first. So I can kind of go with the most expensive one and then work my way down. Without a doubt, the best 2 in the game right now to be rocking with are going to be, if I can find it, is Enforcer. Because of the run meta, you just want those hit sticks. In the computer generated hit sticks force fumbles as well, so you don't always have to be on this card. But Enforcer is almost a must-have. It's not even almost. It is a must-have for this card. So Enforcer is certainly going to be one. We want to also make sure that we have Enforcer in our tier 2, which we do. So you just got to be careful of how you use and where you use your abilities. Seeing that I can get Enforcer in the second tier of abilities lets me know that I can now go back to the tier 3, and we're going to put Lurker on here. Spectacular catch animations for lurking defenders. So if you're going to use this card, if you're going to use him as a safety or put him in as a sub linebacker, this is going to help you get more animations and more animations basically on user interceptions. Acrobat's not a bad one either. Get some diving animations there. Strip Specialist isn't bad either. Tackle Supreme's really, really good. Pick Artist, I'm not a big fan of. Tip Drill's pretty solid as well. But we're going to go with a Lurker for sure here. So Lurker as our tier 3. So we got Lurker as our tier 3 ability. That means we're going to go with Enforcer for our tier 2 ability. And let's see what we have available as tier 1. There should be some decent options. I'm probably going to say Tackle Supreme on this card. Let me just look through these just to be sure. So you could have got Enforcer as a tier 1 as well. That's just one thing to know. So that's really good. We have Reach Elite, we have Tip Drill, Tackle Supreme, Secure Tackler, Unfakeable, Clutch, Indoor Baller, and Homer. Again, with the current meta, this can change next time we get a title update, but with the current meta, I say Tackle Supreme is the next best one to put on here because of stopping the run game. So you certainly want to play this Patrick Tillman down in the box so you can kind of stop the run. You have the Enforcer, you can have Lurker if you want to user him, and then also Tackle Supreme to help you with those tackles and decrease fake outs, on animations. For the X Factor, I'm going to be honest, this one's up to you. Selfless is a really, really good one. I think you have to activate this by getting hit sticks. Shutdown's great. Zone Hawk's great. They're all pretty solid, to be honest. There's not one that is better than the other. I think for me right now, Selfless is the best option, and that's mainly because we have Enforcer, so we're going to get the hit sticks. But also, on my defensive side of the ball, it's going to activate Von Miller. So we're going to go ahead and use Selfless here. I might be mixing up my other defensive abilities, though, now that we have Tillman. We're going to be getting rid of Bobby Wagner, as you're going to see in a moment. But there is my Pat Tillman. Those are the best abilities and X Factors, in my opinion, that you should put on him. So let's go ahead and throw him on into our lineup along with some of our other new pickups and take a look at the squad. So here is our defense with MUT Master Pat Tillman, and we do have him chemmed up to a 96 overall. Let's take a look at the squad as a whole. So here are my X Factors and guys who have abilities, obviously. So Unstoppable Force with Von Miller, Selfless with Pat Tillman, and Reinforcement with Jamal Adams. I've never used Reinforcement up until now, so I don't know how it's going to play out on the field, but I figure with Selfless, if we can get the other two guys activated with Von Miller rushing the passer, Reinforcement says basically better pass coverage and defeats run blocks. So if people are running the ball and we have him in the zone and he can beat run blocks, that'll be awesome. So those are my 3 X Factors, but we have two guys with Enforcer with both Adams and Pat Tillman. A big question a lot of people asking me over the past week is, should I get Jamal Adams if I already have Pat Tillman? And in my opinion, yes, because you can play one guy as a sub linebacker and then you still have 2 safeties. My defense, whether I'm in nickel normal, dime 146, nickel over G, 3-4, I'm gonna have three safeties on the field with Tillman, Adams, and Dawkins, and we can just put one down below in the box at the linebacker spot. And with both of these guys having Enforcer, it's going to help with the run game. This weekend, we also picked up Brian Urlacher. So now that I have Tillman and we have another Enforcer on the field, another run stuffer, I felt that it was better to get rid of Bobby Wagner because he's just a little bit slow, and get more of a coverage guy at linebacker. And I think Urlacher's really good at both, right? He can play the run and he has better zone and a little bit more speed than Wagner. I also completed the set for, I think, 214,000 coins, which is really cheap in my opinion. The card goes for about 250. The weekend is a great time to do some legend sets and then just sell the card for profit if you ever want to do that, especially with the market being down. We did pick up Jordan Hicks. He's just kind of there for chem reasons, but he is our third middle linebacker on the squad. Otherwise, the defense is not changed. We do have the Deion Sanders powered up and with all the chems there, 91 overall, but I'm digging how my defense looks. I'm still going to be trash at the game, but that's okay. At least we'll look good doing it. And then on the offensive side of the ball, I don't think any changes have been made other than Anthony Munoz we picked up, but I think I showed that to you guys already. But here is the offense. We're probably going to be streaming some weekend league games. Don't think I'm going to be able to finish up weekend league, but we'll be knocking out some of our first games with Pat Tillman later today after the Eagles hopefully beat, not even hopefully, after the Eagles beat the Vikings. Have some confidence, Mike. So there is my Twitch name on your screen. Be sure to go give me a follow and turn those notifications on so you can see when I go live. I think a Market Watch video is still going to come out today. I'm going to be switching that series over to Saturdays starting next weekend because it just makes more sense. The market's typically down on Saturdays. I feel like I'm playing catch up when I put out the video on Sunday, so I think every Saturday afternoon is when MUT Market Watch will be, but I think I'm still going to try to do one more Sunday episode today, probably after 4 o'clock, probably around 5, 6. So that's all I got for now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. My name is Popular Stranger. I'm out. Peace.